Alright, we're back with OSG's Napoleon Invades Spain La Coruna battle. And here we have Sir John Moore's fighting retreat. I guess that's Sir John Moore, and he actually perished in the battle. But they did successfully hold the French off, and at night they were able to withdraw thanks to the assistance of the Royal Navy from the field. So, before we start, I was looking at the scenario rules. There are some interesting things here. Initial setup. The second player, here we go, may adjust one friendly unit from the initial setup here, as long as it's not in an enemy zone of control. And then the other thing is leaders may set up in the hex specified. He's within 4. But they may set up with any friendly force, not in an EZOC again. So those are two rules that apply to. And then there's a special one on the peninsula, if I can find it. Here it is. Here we go. Night combat, 7 to 8, 6 a.m. and 7 to 8. Day sequence, but everybody has to roll for initiative. ARDR becomes shock. Heavy artillery and artillery may not bombard or contribute their strength to an adjacent attack. They may defend. So that's interesting, and that does apply here with our battle, these 3 terms here. The other thing is, and I don't have it up here, but the weather changes every 3 turns. So we're going to start the game rolling for a weather change. Now in 3 turns we don't. Apparently it's cloudy at the end. I'll check that. But we're going to kick the game off with a weather roll also after I do those setup things. And here's the 3 turns where you get the, I guess for lack of a better word, the almost dark turns. They've got crosshatched here. And they don't explain it here, but if you look at something else, yeah, here. No day sequence, use day sequence, no command movement segment, everybody rolls. And this goes to shock, movement is by initiative only, reduced MA of 2/3. So, when we get to those turns, that will slow things down. Now to be perfectly honest, based on those rules, and the fact that there's 2 victory point hexes back here, 5 and 5 is 10. The tough part is for the French here. They don't have a lot of time to do stuff. That's probably why they have this alternate start date too. If you wanted to even the odds, give the French a chance. But we're going to go ahead and start this off. And let's see, if we pull up our charts here. It's this one. Okay, so if we look at the sequence apply, weather segment. So, first player rolls on the weather table on the first turn of each day, and at other times is determined by weather duration die roll, which we don't have to roll since it changes every 3. So we come over here, and we're in Coruna, if you pronounce it that way. And you roll a 6, 1d6. Now, the turn, hopefully I'm doing this right, we are actually on the 2 p.m. turn. So if we look at, it's not listed here, so we've got no modifier until 3. So it's going to be a straight roll. So 3 or less we got fair. So this could have a big impact on the battle. Up to one of those vassal die rolls here. So let's see what the weather does. 5. We have rain. Okay, so if we have rain, I wonder if there's a rain cloud. Increase. Oh, nice. Alright, well, let's do this. Clone. And we'll put this here, and let's see if there's a way to get to fog, frost, heat, everyone but what I want. Mud, night, rain, thank you. Oh, and this is decrease. That's still cloudy. Alright, so we have rain. So if we come down here and look at rain, artillery is 3/4, not good. No bombardment. Okay, that's fine. No bombardment, so they can do adjacent attacks. And line of sight is blocked. So, yep, it's going to be a close-in battle. We've got rain. Alright, that's interesting. Let's go back here. That's a new one. This is good. No card. Now, I am playing, obviously, solo. I'm playing no cards, no hidden, and no vedettes. So I am kind of... I've read in different places that's kind of the recommended way to play solitaire. So I didn't need to do that. First I needed to think about that moving a unit 1, the second player, the coalition, the British. Now they could put a unit here, and then that unit would be by himself. 1, 2, 3, 4. But command is a problem. But what I was thinking a better thing is put this guy here, and then put him here. And that should work. Now, that doesn't stop anything. They're going to get here, and they can't get around him to cut him off. They'll move here. See if they can just get somebody here. Can they? 1, 2, 3. I just don't see it happening. These trestles cost +1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I don't think anybody can get around the flank the first turn. And then that means these Paget and Fraser, I think that's who they are, divisions, can potentially swing up and cover that flank there. So that's what the British are going to do the setup differently. So now this brings us into the regular sequence of play. Supply, everybody's in supply at the beginning. Recovery, no. Reorg, no. Command segment. Phasing player allocates his command. Okay, so the French are first. And the problem, Soult, I think I said it right. 1, 3, 4. Okay, these units are out of command or not in command range. Okay. Attempt to place formation. Okay. Yeah, out of command or places on you forces not in command. So these two units, 1, 2, 3, 4, are out of command. So let's see if there's a well, I'm going to go find the out of command marker. Okay, found it on this vassal mod. It's command status right here. So those two are out of command, and they'll roll separately for initiative when we get to that. Now we move into the command segment movement phase. Okay, there are no reinforcements, repulse, etc. So now, what will the French do? So I'm going to go ahead and consider my options and let you know. Alright, I've finished the command movement portion of the turn, command movement segment. And basically Soult is going for the big attack here. Stacking rules allow him to get 2 infantry and 3 other, so he's loaded to bear 2 infantry and 3 artillery units. So I get that from here. 5 combat units, of which 2 may be infantry, 3 may be infantry of halt. Well, only 2 infantry, so we're good to go. These units move up to occupy Pedralonga, I guess. And the beauty of that position, of course, is it's a town, and therefore units not required to attack or disengage. So that will force these guys to have to do something next turn. Okay, no artillery bombardment, so this guy's not doing anything but covering the baggage train. So all we've got left to do now is roll for these two. And let's see, I think I can roll just for the stack. Alright, let's roll for this guy first. He is out of command, and the other one is a 2. He is out of command. So both these units are stuck. And Soult's not going to move to get them, so they're going to have to roll to hopefully get in range next turn. So that's the end of that. So now we move into the combat phase. There is no line of sight, only adjacent units can attack. There is cavalry in here, but they're not going to retreat on the attacker's side. Artillery, no bombardment, doesn't matter. Full attack, phasing player executes bombardment. I'm not going to do that because you can't. No cavalry charge, combat. Okay, so it is the combat phase. These will not do combat. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would be a straight. That would be a 1-to-1. I'll look at it later, but it's not in their best interest to do combat. So the only joker here is this is 1.5 times 3 is 4.5, and I think it's retain fractions. Alright, it is retain all fractions. I may have to use a calculator here. So this is 50% of that is 4.5, so 1.5 plus 3 is 4.5, so we got 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 19. Wow. Well, maybe 5-to-1. Let's see, 19 to 4.5. Check that. Okay, when you do that math, it comes out to 4.2, so it's a 4-to-1. Let's see what happens here. Pulling up the charts again. And there it is. Combat results, and we're at, I might as well use this. Ooh, that's pretty good. 4-to-1. And he's in a town, though. He does. Let's look at the benefits he gets for being in a town. AR asterisk results to shock. No combined arms. We didn't do that. No cav. Okay, it is. It is a 4-to-1. So with a lucky roll, or finding the CRT again. So I think I did it right. 4-to-1. Survey says 2. DR4. Oh my goodness. That's a long way to run. Almost eliminated. Has to retreat towards supply source. Has to be vacates. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to go right down the road. 1, 2, 3, 4. French kind of wanted a DE, and then of course we've got Soult here, and he can take as many people as he wants. Well, not artillery though. Alright, it's too bad they can't follow the retreat all the way. All they can do is advance 1 hex. So, and stacked with a leader. Let's see, 1 infantry unit plus all cavalry may advance if no leader. If a leader is in the stack and advances, all undemoralized infantry and cavalry may. So I think Soult will go there, and he will definitely take the cavalry unit. Let's take the infantry unit, and I think we can take one more. If we want, we can take 1 more infantry. So let's take this guy and put Soult there. Alright, so it looks like Soult has caused the entire flank to run. Sir Thomas More is not going to run up here and help them defend now. The danger here is, are they turning the flank? Okay. So that is the combat phase. Good for the French. So then we move into the second player turn, which, let's see, we are at 14 minutes. This is a good break point here. So we have the end of the French turn, and they are potentially going to force this position back, and they have rolled this flank for now. And they've got an artillery, they've got a light cav threatening the entire right flank, but this is Fraser. I think Fraser will be easy to move up here. Paget can move up here, so they should be able to defend, so we'll see. Alright, so like I said, this will be the end here. We'll make it nice and bite-sized. And then otherwise, I'm going to take a look at the Wargame Design Studio JTS's and perhaps show what happened in that one in the next recording. So, thanks again for watching. If you liked, click like, subscribe for the next one, and please, please tell me if I'm doing the rules wrong and/or I'm doing tactical blunders for those of you who are experienced maybe and watching this. Anyway, thanks again, and see you at Sir Thomas More's turn coming up.